Alright YouTube, what's going on? Got another knife review for you today. We're looking at another Reate or however you say that, knives. Same one that does the District 9. This is the Hills model. Now I've had this one for about a week. I got this in a pass around as well. And first of all, let me clarify what a pass around is. If you remember on blade forums, there is a forum where certain manufacturers will send up like a prototype knife, or just an example of one of their models, and certain members that are paid members and that have been a member at least 6 months can participate in the pass around. They get the knife for a week, then they have to ship it out to the next person. So really all you're paying for is the cost of shipping. So I've done quite a few of these, done reviews on a lot of them. It's a nice way to check out knives without having to spend much money. I mean, you're talking shipping costs, so not terrible. So let's get back to the Hills. The Hills model I like a lot better than I did the District 9. Not that I didn't like the District 9, it's a quality knife. Let me get this back in frame a little bit, sorry about that. But the District 9 was a tad too large and heavy for my likings. So the Hills model is smaller, it's lighter, it's slimmer, it's right around a good size for me. It's a little long on the handle, a little bit longer than I like to carry nowadays, but it's a really good EDC size, especially if you have larger hands. This would be a really good knife. I mean, you can see as I choked up all the way to the flipper tab there. For your hand stop there, you got got that much excess material, and I have medium-sized hands, so if you have large hands, this is a great model. I like the design of this knife quite a bit. It's a very ergonomic and comfortable knife to hold in hand. It's got this nice finger groove here. It's just super comfortable. I used it quite a bit. I mean, you can see the edge has got some stuff on it. I need to clean that off, but and it held up great. It's a titanium frame lock, as all of their models are, and the Hills is S35VN steel as well. One negative I would say on this knife is that I'm really not a huge fan of the blade shape. If they would have just gone with more of a traditional drop point, I would like the looks of the knife better. It's got this like recurve right here where it goes like that, and it's just kind of funky looking. It almost looks like a Spyderco Southern blade shape, which I was also never a fan of. I like the Southern knife quite a bit, but I didn't like the blade shape, so kind of a funky blade shape, but other than that, it's an exceptional knife. You got some really nice stonewashing there on the blade. Dig that a lot. It's held its edge great. Quality of these knives is really, it's superb for the price. I mean, this is a $200 knife, and it's got some really nice, it's got like a hidden steel lock bar insert. It's really hard to see. I mean, if you look at it from this view, you're thinking, oh, this is just a titanium frame lock. It might have some stick. There's no steel lock. Oh, there it is. It's really small. It's really hidden. I like that design element of the knife quite a bit. I love the flow of the knife as far as like the lines are concerned. I like this milling right here on the titanium, and on the top here. It gives it a nice curvature, nice design element. Got two standoffs. It's a really open pillar, which I really like. Pivot's attractive. The lock bar is really a good looking lock bar. I mean, it's not just your standard, square cut lock bar. You've got this nice curvature here. So it's got really nice design elements in it. It's a unique design. I haven't seen anything else like it. Maybe someone else might have, but I haven't. A perfect centering from the factory. The flipping action is superb. I mean, it's like just flies out like a rocket. They've really got, both these Reate knives that I've handled have had perfect detents, both of them. That's one thing where a lot of knife manufacturers that make a lot of flippers, they kind of are hit and miss. Some might have really good detent, some might have really weak detent, some might be too strong. This is right in the middle. I mean, you can light switch it, you can build up pressure, you don't really need to. It just flips effortlessly. I mean, I could do it pretty much with every finger on my hand, I'm sure. And this is really going to be awkward to do. Yep, still got it. So, I mean, it's pinky flip. Let's try it. Oh, that's got a lot more detent pressure to do that. So it's a little bit stronger detent for the pinky flip, but I mean, it's it's a great flipping action. It's on bearings, so I know they have a new model coming out. They have the Horizon model also, which I haven't had to check out. It's a little bit bigger. I like the size of this one. I think this is like, I would even go a little smaller. And man, I am just killing for some knife manufacturer out there to make a titanium frame lock flipper that is 4 inches closed with a 3-inch blade. That's like perfect size knife for me. It's like right around the size of a small Sabenza. Yeah, no one's making flippers like that. I don't, you know, and if someone knows of one and it's not a custom knife maker, please let me know, because I cannot find one. And, you know, a good quality knife manufacturer, something that's made in the US. Now, not to say this is made in China, but this is very good quality, so it doesn't really have to be made in the US. Just something like that. It's kind of what I've been looking for, because I love flippers, but it seems like every flipper is just a little bigger. I know the Hinder makes a smaller size, but again, I'm not spending that kind of money. So anyhow, I'm going to roll in some footage now of some comparisons with the Hills model and the District 9B that I reviewed. Stay tuned. Quick comparison shot from the District 9 and the Hills model. The Hills model is quite a bit smaller. I mean, look at the difference just in height right there, just how much taller he is, but you can get a good idea of the size difference when you put them side by side, like so, and see how much more handle length you get on the District 9. So the Hills is a much more desirable size for me. I still find it to be a little large, but it's a good medium-sized knife, and it's quite a bit smaller. Thickness-wise, they're both about the same, the DB9 and the Hills, but it's got a slimmer profile. It's not as wide as this is, so, which can be seen there. It's pretty close. So it's a lot shorter though. That's just what I like about it. And weight-wise, I'm sure that it's lighter. It feels much lighter in the hand. You've got this one coming in at 7.7, 7.8. This one at, oh yeah, 5.5. So it's a rather large difference, almost 2 ounces, a little over 2 ounces difference in size. So I'm definitely more of a fan of the Hills model versus the District 9 as far as just, you know, the size and the weight of the knife. So as you can see from that, the Hills model is quite a bit lighter, a couple ounces lighter. It's smaller, definitely more of a desirable size for me. I really dig this knife, guys. Reate Knives is doing some good things. It's actually some great things, because they're bringing, you know, high quality steels along with these. I mean, I've seen, you know, Bokers use some Chinese frame locks, done some good job with that, and then they use, you know, 440C, which isn't a bad steel, but it's not a premium. You're getting S35 yen. You know, this is what Chris Reeves used on all of their knives. So it's a great steel, and you're getting it for a $200 price tag. And yes, it is made overseas, but the quality is up there with things I've seen made in Taiwan by Spyderco, things I've seen made in the US by ZT, you know. So it's, for a production knife company, their quality is right up there with those big manufacturers, and they're not spending a lot of money to get it. So highly recommend them. It's been a joy. If you don't want to buy something made in China, then, you know, there's a lot of choices in the US. But if you're okay with that, and you want a good quality knife that's going to last you a long time, that's got good, good quality steel, good quality components, well designed, no blade play, you know, no lock stick. I mean, some nice elements in these knives that you're going to pay a lot more for if they're US made. So if you're on a budget and you want a titanium frame lock flipper, the Hills model is a great option. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap up my review. Really been enjoying using and carrying this knife. I'm going to ship it on to the next person, and I'll probably be picking one of these up. I know they do have a new model coming out called the Horizon C that has a similar size. I think I might have lost my, there it is. I think I measured this earlier in the other footage. I shot that other footage earlier, but this has got what, a 3 point, yeah, it's got about 3 3/4 inch blade, and that's what the new Hills model, or the new Horizon C, is going to have. But it's not going to be recurved. It's going to have a nice drop point, and it's going to be, it's got a nice fuller. There's some pictures on Instagram. Go find Reate Knives on Instagram. I'm really looking forward to that one. I'll probably be picking one of those up. But alright guys, any questions or comments, leave them down below, and we will see you next time.